Hey everybody, today is Wednesday, April 5th, 2023 in sunny San Diego, California, and I'm Captain Perry here with you. If you're new to the channel, on the screen here is a Scow Bow Mini-Cruiser that I'm building. Basically my mission here is to build a strong, trailerable, 14-foot sailboat that's watertight and custom built to cross oceans. What I'm going to work on in this episode is attaching the port side of the boat. It's such a big panel, I think it'll be a lot of fun to install, and it'll be kind of a big win for the project. I'm not even sure what other things I'll work on in this video, but let's see where the work takes us. Oh, and real quick before we begin, I have a goal to get to 10,000 subscribers during this summer 2023. We've still got a long way to go, so please do me a favor and hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, and if you like, share this video with a friend. All right, let's get to it. All right, there's one more minor project I need to conquer in the aft cargo hold before I can install the port side panel. So you can see back here there's a rectangular compartment, and from the hull up to the overhead, this is all going to be a buoyancy compartment. Same on the starboard side, and there's two more in the bow, port and starboard sides, and even under the cabin sole. So what this is a space that's going to be filled with empty plastic bottles, so that if worse came to worse and the boat started sinking, flooding, it still in theory shouldn't be able to sink because the buoyancy compartments keep a large volume of air inside the boat. And also the great thing about building with foam is it provides a lot of buoyancy in that case too. So in order to make the barrier that's going to keep all these bottles in, I'm going to make a couple more holes to hold tie-down ropes, and then I'll have kind of a web of ropes that'll keep the bottles in. So I just basically want to make sure I do as many little projects back in this aft cargo hold as I can before the port side goes on and the starboard side, or else I'm having to crawl into this cargo hold and do the work in a very uncomfortable position. I've got a small piece of plastic pipe here, and I just got to make sure that it'll fit in all these holes. All right, at this point, I've got the side panel set to the side. I've got good lighting set up, and I'm gonna mix up some thickened epoxy and put it on all the frame edges along with the bottom, and then move this into place. One time, yeah. Okay, slow. Okay, I got my end. Got it?
A little bit this way though.
Okay, how's that?
Right.
All right, it might look a little janky, but I got a lot of wedges pushing on the panel, which is working, and a couple clamps, and we got it in place. And then I put fillets just between C1 and the bow. Also on the stern here, I put some fillets back between C6 and the transom and up the transom. And so I'm going to fiberglass those two areas in about 4 hours from now. So last night I finished up fiberglassing between frame C2 and C1 on the inboard side, and that went fine. Now I'm going to move on to the outboard side from the bow panel all the way back to halfway between frames 1 and 2. The only thing I don't like about this one is there's a bit of an overhang. It's more than 90 degrees vertical. So that just makes it a little tricky, especially since the cloth I'm using is 25 ounces. It's 1708. And then on top of that is going to go another layer of 6-ounce cloth. So it can be tricky to get it to stick to the surface. Funnily enough, just this morning, Boatworks Today released a video about fiberglassing things upside down or on kind of an overhanging surface. But yeah, basically I'm going to apply epoxy onto this surface and then wait about 20 minutes so it's nice and tacky, and then put on the 1708 after applying some epoxy onto the matte side of that. Okay, I finished up this bow section to include the peel ply, and now I'm just going to go along the chine all the way back to the stern with the 10-ounce cloth. All right, and that is the chine finished. It's kind of too tight in here for me to film while doing it, but here you can see, and it was tough kind of doing the upside down parts, but really I can't complain. It wasn't that bad. All right, it's the next morning now. Everything has cured up, and I think for this complicated of a peel ply removal, we're gonna have to call in an expert. All right, in the end here, I just want to give you guys an updated view of the whole boat. It can be a bit frustrating to me how slow progress feels at times, but taking a moment to appreciate everything that's been accomplished, a lot of great work is behind me. well documented in 54 videos. It makes me excited about what's coming, the adventures ahead, quiet nights back on the ocean with only the sound of the water rushing past the hull. I cannot wait.
Sailboat.
A big thank you to my patrons. In addition to supporting the build, Patreon members watch episodes one day early. Another great way to support the project is through the Amazon wishlist. Thank you to Daniel, Paul and Lisa, and Richard, who all sent in electrical components off the wish list. Also a big thanks to San Diego local Chris, who gave me 80 feet of anchor line, tons of stainless hardware, and more. If you want to help out too, there are several links down in the description you can check out. If nothing else, hit the like button, leave a comment, and make sure you're subscribed. That's all free. Alright guys, I will see you in the next one.
Board, let's make all preparations for getting underway.